On our first show of every week, our friends at Kuby Energy also get us started off on the right foot, focused on the things that really matters. It's a feature we call Positive Reflections. Now, of course, our hearts are in our throats as we watch the rescue efforts and more specifically recovery efforts continue in the province of British Columbia this week. We'll have updates on the show, but the work is not done. Especially in Abbotsford, the Fraser Valley, we're seeing some entire communities still 6 feet underwater, but volunteers are stepping up in a huge way. A big shout out, and we saw this on Twitter, to the dozens of volunteers at Surrey's Duk Nivaran Sahib Gurdwara, cooking more than 3,000 meals for people stranded in Hope, including hundreds and hundreds of truckers. They're paying for private helicopters to deliver meals, including cooked carrots and fruits, and they're going to say that they're going to keep those efforts going in the coming days. Now that is truly amazing. We got this positive reflection from Sadiq, who sent me an email, and he said, "This is my first submission for Positive Reflections, especially after her posthumous Top 40 Under 40 award. I thought it might be good to chat about a friend of Real Talk, Julie Rohr, this morning." Says, "I've been thinking quite a bit about her story over the last while, and I have to confess that I didn't actually know her, and I only heard about her story through Real Talk and through social media." Says, "I don't think you have to know somebody to be inspired by their story or to empathize with their struggle. And Julie's story reminded me of a quote from the late Stuart Scott's speech at the ESPYs, the ESPN Awards in 2014. Quote, 'When you die, it does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live and why you live and in the manner in which you live.' Sadiq says, "From the small window I saw into Julie's life, she beat cancer each and every day. And I, for one, am extremely grateful that she was so open about her journey." That from Sadiq. Thank you. And this one from Brian and Laurie, who wrote in last week for Positive Reflections and said that Laurie's ringing the bell today, her last cancer treatment. And I said, whoa. We need more about this story, about the background. And they agreed. So we've waited a week to bring you this amazing story. Brian says, "Hey, I wanted to show you a photo of our COVID Christmas. This was coming up on almost a year ago. This was about 4 months before my beautiful wife's cancer was first discovered. The garden figures, the gnomes you see there, they represent our grandkids because we were unable to gather together as a family. We had a snowman building contest to keep the spirit alive. Then, in April, Laurie's cancer journey began. She was immune compromised, so we were forced to maintain every COVID protocol. That left us unable to spend any time, of course, with our kids, our grandkids, and our own aging parents. The people that really deserve the shouts out today are the men and women that are working at the Cross Cancer Institute. They're the true stars. They bring hope to those that see no hope. The scary part is the amount of people that travel the same cancer path. Some will complete the journey. Some will go down fighting. Watching your soulmate endure treatments required to beat this disease is heartbreaking. Sitting alone in the parking lot when you're not allowed in due to COVID leaves you way too much time to think. But Real Talk kept my mind engaged, and I thank you for that. So Laurie's done her final treatment, and now it's time for the true healing to begin. Our hope is that this Christmas we'll see those benches around that same fire pit fully occupied with grandkids, laughing, enjoying each other's company. Our takeaway from this whole experience, take nothing for granted. Don't be afraid to show someone how much you love them. Be slow to anger and quick to forgive. And the most important thing, never lose hope." Brian says, "So on behalf of Laurie and myself, we'd like to wish you, your team, and all Real Talkers a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, peace, and love." That from Brian and Laurie. You can send us your positive reflections to our email inbox, talk@ryanjesperson.com, or shoot us an email. No, shoot us a tweet at Real Talk RJ. Coming up tomorrow, it's November 23rd. It's the first birthday for the show. It's the first anniversary of our very first episode. And so we're going to mark it with a couple of what I think are going to be incredible interviews. Canadian author Malcolm Gladwell will join us. Prominent defense attorney Marie Heinen will join us. Plus, we'll take a look at our question of the week results presented by our friends at Y Station. We asked you for your highlights of the year that was. We'll get down to the top 5 as voted by Real Talkers. We thank you in advance for tuning into that very special episode. Make sure you tell everybody you know. And make it a great Monday, friends. We'll see you soon.